Hi, everyone. Y'all are so cute. I was just saying to Jerry that Jews are so cute. And he said, unless they're in your face. So, sorry, Joyce. This was your gamble. Thank you, Joyce and Rabbi Ilana, for inviting me to speak today. You two are, Duke has many assets, but I think you are two of the great ones here, and set a tone for this university that many others could learn from. So thank you for asking me. And I listen to these kids talk about how you're second mothers and you're in their lives every day, and you also field insane emails and calls from parents too. So I just think we should acknowledge how big your roles are in all of our lives. But I'll get to you guys later. So this is exciting, class of 2025. Julian, thank you for that introduction, which you floor me. Your Jewish pride, your identity has really grown here at Duke over the past 4 years. I think a lot of ours have, but yours really has, as has your character, your strength, and your wisdom. So I'm so proud of you. And I bet that I am not the only Jewish mother in this room who thinks her son is the best. Perhaps like many of you, I was raised by parents who are more culturally Jewish. They love the Jewish traditions, they love Jewish food, they love Jewish holidays, but formal religious practices weren't something I grew up with. I never really went to synagogue, I was never bat mitzvahed, I was never taught the prayers. Religion wasn't part of my early life. It wasn't until I got married that I learned more about Judaism and really how it provided something really special and important, a Jewish community. My husband, Jerry, he grew up going to synagogue, keeping kosher, learning all the prayers, and of course was bar mitzvahed at 13. And when I'd go have meals with his family, I could see how important the rituals were to them. So when I had children, I wanted them to be raised with strong Jewish values. I started when they were really little, taking them to synagogue regularly so that they could learn the prayers and the practices in our ancient traditions. And I saw the beauty of, having your child bar or bat mitzvahed, something that I had never had, and seeing their friends at synagogue and at Hebrew school, which our Hebrew school seemed more fun, and shall we say, than it was scholarly. I got many calls from our Hebrew school teachers finding various children of ours in bathrooms hoarding candy. Yes, that was you. But it all really meant that we were part of this communal family, something so much bigger than ourselves. And as Joyce described, our Jewish world, though small, 15.6 million of us, I think, at this point, we're also big and diverse. And you can see here especially, we really celebrate those differences. And no matter how different we all may be, even within this room, we share a common bond, and that is we are all part of this ongoing Jewish story. And we all have a home in the Jewish community. And kids in this room, you have come at age at such a challenging time. It's a time that is testing and affirming both what it means to be Jewish. And it's been hard for all of us in this room, but I know it's been especially hard for you. Going to high school during a pandemic when you were isolated from your friends and your classmates, going to college during October 7th, which was the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Hostages who are still not home, a war that breaks our hearts, and this rise in anti-Semitism at home and abroad. It is, a lot. And I think there's many of us in this room who also know the pain of losing friends and silence from the world. And, we've been blamed, we've been abandoned by people and causes that we've supported the most. All of these things have made it clear that today, Jews around the world need each other. People who have never connected with their Jewish identity have suddenly felt the need to connect. I know you've seen it. I've seen it in my circles for sure. After October 7th, the pews at our synagogue filled up quickly. My friends and I became Torah study students, and families like ours flew to Israel to show solidarity with our Jewish brothers and sisters. Thankfully, I had invested years in my Jewish friendships and in building a relationship with my synagogue. So my friends and I, we had solace and support and comfort. And those investments really helped me welcome other people into my synagogue and assure them that they're not alone. The pain that we felt was so real, but the unity we felt was just as real. And it was so powerful and healing and beautiful. My Jewish community really became my refuge, especially as I began to speak out, because they were the people that I knew that would always be there for me. And I know that because for thousands of years, Jews have survived by tightly holding on to our faith. And I know that as Jews, we've been given a purpose by God, and that is to both endure and to elevate the world around us. Even in the toughest times, we have God, we have Torah, and we have each other. Fortunately, we also have allies. I really, again, want to thank Joyce and Rabbi Ilana and Jewish Life at Duke. I think we should give you all a hand for how much you supported our children. The whole Duke administration has been incredible. You encourage our kids to have pride in who we are. You appreciate that we give so much and contribute to American life and all over the world. Excuse me, my friends from Brazil. Duke has been so clear-eyed and strong in their moral compass, and so proactive about security and well-being of our Jewish students and our speakers, including my husband last year as our commencement speaker. It was really remarkable to work with Duke on the planning of that event and the security, and John Daly is here, looking after us all in this room quietly and discreetly, and I cannot say enough about what Duke does for the safety and well-being of every person in this room on an ongoing basis in ways that you don't know. And you know, in the darkest chapter of Jews in modern history, Duke is a place where our students are safe, and it's more than that. This is a place where they can thrive. And we all know in this room that that is not guaranteed at many, many schools in this country. And I know that none of us take that for granted. And I hope that we remember that about Duke when we think about leaving this place and who looked after us. Joyce and Rabbi Alana, thank you. So, kids, when you graduate on Sunday, I encourage you all to make sure you seek out your fellow Jews wherever you go. Join your local synagogue. Most of them have fun 20s singles events. Jewish mothers, yes. Enroll in that working group in your new office. Sign up for your Jewish volunteer event in your new neighborhood, because there are Jews everywhere who are searching for connection. They are looking for community, and they are looking for you. I will close with this. Last week, Jerry and I had dinner with some friends whose kids are also graduating from college. We talked about how excited we are for your graduations, but we also talked about how in a post-October 7th world, it's hard for Jews to feel hopeful. It's hard to think about the future. You read the news and you see how terribly Jews are portrayed. You look at your social media, hopefully not too much, and you realize how unhinged these Jew haters are. You walk down the street and you might feel unsafe with your Jewish star, so maybe you hide it, or maybe you don't. We're all feeling anti-Semitism in different ways, and I know it's hard, and try to believe me when I say, get your hopes up. Get excited about the future. Be proud of your great Jewish values. Look at all these Jews. Look around. Look at these incredible kids and what they've accomplished in their 4 years at Duke. How can you not be excited about our future? You are all part of this mighty global Jewish family, and we will always, in this room, have your back. You are part of a proud and sacred tradition that has carried us forward. We've done it for generations past, and it will continue for generations to come. And this is your moment, graduates. You are now part of the ongoing Jewish story. You are going to be contributing to the world and making it a better place for everyone. That is the legacy of the Jewish people. Even in these very dark times, we hold our heads high and we continue to shine our light with faith, with joy, and with optimism. And Rabbi Jonathan Sachs says, to be a Jew is to be an agent of change. And I feel so optimistic about the future because you kids, class of 2025, you are our agents of change, and our agents of hope, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations and mazel tov.
Jessica, thank you so much. I was so moved by what you shared today in so many ways. First of all, you thanked us so much, and so thank you for thanking us. We do this work because we love you, students. That's why we're here. But thank you for that, and thank you for recognizing that our students have been, as you put it, tested and affirmed. I think they've been tested and affirmed here at Duke, literally tested if you took any class ever. But tested in so many ways. and affirmed by their Jewish community and by you here today. So thank you. Thank you for your advocacy for the Jewish people and the Jewish community. Thank you for your heart for the Jewish people and for every single student in this room. Thank you. And I have a token for you. Inside this bag is what students call elite swag. It is a Duke and Hebrew sweatshirt, and we only did a limited run of them, so this is for you.